And I'm seeing now that people who aren't included in polite white society and they don't have a bunch of social and political support and they're already at a disadvantage and people already treat them like shit, having kids is not going to be easy. There's going to be no support, and those kids are going to then be marginalized and then easy prey for predators. And this world loves molesting children and beating children and doing terrible shit to children and women. It's not worth it. And once you're alive, the drive to keep living is kind of indomitable. But this world is fucked up. This world is fucked up, and it makes me not want to have kids. And there's nothing even wrong with my genetics. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm perfectly healthy. I don't have any disease. It was all mostly environmental and cultural. And it makes me think, like, a fucked up culture can make someone not want to be here. No matter how long their ancestors have survived, a fucked up world can make someone just not want to fucking be here anymore and end all of it. And then other people will fetishize it and masturbate to it and use that person. Like when you fall below the red or you were born below the red, everyone turns into a fucking monster, like a compulsive monster, and people don't know how to act and they become predatory. And there's so much grief. Like, I realize I can go meet someone. I can go mask and pretend to be someone that I'm not. I really can do that. I can move away. I can do that. But I'm going to resent my children. I'm going to resent my children, and I won't be able to relate to them. And so it's either raise your kids the way you were raised and abuse them the way you were and feel like you know them and they'll know you, and otherwise you'll have to raise them and give them more than you ever had, but then you won't be able to relate to them. It'll be lonely. There won't even be companionship in it. And then raising children isn't even fulfilling your selfish need other than reproduction, but then they're going to be so different from you that you don't even fucking recognize them. And I take my own side on everything. I also realize this is why I'm not moving out so fast, because leaving your home where you were born, like everything you know, too soon can fragment you. It can cause more trauma. Like leaving something too fast when you're not strong enough and you're not integrated enough can shatter you. And then, okay, you moved, but you're completely broken and disoriented and freshly traumatized. And I take my own side. I take my child self side. Also, I know that people tend to move when they need a fresh start and they want to abandon who they were before. It's still, if I leave, I'm still going to be me. I'm still going to have to integrate my past. It doesn't disappear. And I think all advice that say just leave, just move out, that only works if you were there for like 5 minutes. It's very fucking ignorant to think that you can just jump right out unless you just jumped right in. And I know it's the same with abusive relationships too. Like, when I look at things objectively, I don't hate my parents. I don't. I understand. I really do. And I know that when you're in an abusive relationship, you can't just leave. And you don't know what the fuck you're going to do if you were in a victim's situation until you're in that situation. So I have told my mother to get divorced many, many times, but that's because I was the child and I was being directly influenced by it. I was in it. Like, it was killing me. And I've had to do, I'm not normal, okay? Statistically, I should have been dead when it comes to compounded trauma and what that does to a person's mind. I'm not normal, and I've probably had to do a lot more emotionally than most people ever will. But like ignorant ass friends and therapists and people who think they know your life better than you, and they don't fucking live with you, and they don't know what things are like for you inside. They had that. I just fucking hate it. Just leave. Just like, it's like I envision it in my mind, like you're stuck, you're rooted in something, you're like stuck, and like quicksand, and like the more you fight, the more you're gonna get sucked into it, and like you have to do things slowly. First of all, you're not even gonna fucking know how to orient yourself if you get out too soon. But I just imagine this advice, like just leave, as like, just chop off your limbs, just fucking mutilate yourself and escape. All it wants is fast and as violently as possible, and fuck yourself up. Like, that's how I view that kind of fucking advice. Really, I think when people tell you, just they give overly simplified solutions to overly complicated situations. And I do this too, because sometimes I don't fucking care. Honestly, sometimes someone's annoying me with their shit, and I do this too. I annoy the fuck out of some people, and I don't care. But sometimes when I tell people overly simplified advice, like my client, I thought, maybe I'll just block alcohol access on her phone, she'll stop drinking. Oh, she stopped drinking for a few months. Oh, she's done forever. And then now this summer, here she goes again, binge drinking. Like, I don't drink alcohol, so it's easy for me to say, let's just stop drinking. But really, it's because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, and I don't like what I'm seeing, and it's annoying me, and it's not part of my life. So it would be easy for me to stop, because I don't even fucking drink a drop. Just like I get really fucking mad. I get really fucking mad when people I care about smoke. And I've been mean before about it. I've been one of those ignorant health people who gives the wrong advice at the wrong time. Like, you're taking years off your life, right? Because I don't fucking smoke. I used to smoke weed on the highway, though. So, like, there's times I'm not concerned about my safety either. But I've been that ignorant person. Just stop, bitch. Because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't know how I got off track talking about this. I think it was because I was stuck in 30 minutes of fucking traffic today. And all these thoughts were just like building up in my head, and I'd rather just talk to myself on my phone. What the fuck was I talking about? Oh yeah, I was talking about, I think I've done monologues like this before. I just get so goddamn fucking annoyed. Drive your goddamn car, you dumb bitch. Slow as fuck. I get so fucking annoyed. I'm also kind of getting annoyed with myself. Like, I think the solution to all my problems is for me to not have kids because I was born innocent. And if I wasn't born, then I wouldn't experience any of this shit. I feel like I'm going to go back and forth with myself about this a lot. I'm 28. I'm 28 years old, and I've gone back and forth with myself about this for so fucking long, and I fight with myself about it, and I philosophize about it, and I feel it in my body, and I'm just like, I feel like I'm at war with myself. I kind of feel like, just like I get really mad when people give the overly simplified advice of just move out, and I've given that advice to myself before too, and I've just moved out about 3 fucking times. But the underlying, that's my home. It doesn't work like that. You'll always come back. So I also think I'm literally in men's DMs telling them to get me pregnant sometimes. Cause sometimes my mood fluctuates in a way where I don't give a fuck. I don't give a flying fuck how I come across. I want what I want, and Mother Nature wants what it wants, and I don't fucking care. Don't park in my goddamn spot. Bitch, move your ass, ho. Maybe when I'm like 40, I'll end up with a kid, but just know I've gone back and forth with myself and probably fought with whoever the baby father is and fought with nature, and I've probably been in war inside. If you ever see me pop out with a kid, oh my fucking God, I just hope I'm not gonna be like an overly protective parent who doesn't even let people see my kids, because that's what my father was like with us, but he was the predator. I don't know why. I was stuck in traffic, and I started just grieving how I don't want to have kids, and how I want to end humanity, and I want us to all stop suffering. But it's probably because I was stuck in traffic for 30 minutes, and I showed up an hour and a half late for work just now, which means I have to stay an extra hour and a half, and I'm just in a bad fucking mood, and I'm on the last day of my period. But right now, my soul, God is telling me to end humanity, and that's how I feel. And I'm probably gonna feel different in about 10 minutes because I'm gonna eat my protein bar. And I'm going to feel like I'm strong again, because then I'm going to have to go to the gym because there's too many calories in it to justify eating it for no reason. And then I'm going to feel strong afterwards. And then I'm going to feel like I'm able to continue humanity, and I'm not a fucking genetically inept loser who doesn't deserve children. But I have to turn this shit off. I have to go in there.